Good morning students. In the previous class I have explained the chemical properties, that is in oxidation stage. Now today I am going to explain about remaining properties, that is first of all let us discuss about anomalous behavior of fluorine. So generally, like other elements of p block elements which is present in second period of the periodic table, so fluorine is also similar in many properties. For example, ionization energy, electronegativity, electrode potentials are all higher for fluorine than, and also it is other halogens, and also it is having ionic covalent radium, melting point, boiling point, bond dissociation energy, electron and enthalpy, these are very low. So coming to here, the anomalous behavior of fluorine is due to its, why it is showing anomalous behavior is nothing but here, due to its small size, high electronegativity, low fluorine to fluorine bond dissociation energy, and non-availability, which is not having d orbitals in valence shell. Okay, so here most of the reactions of fluorine are exothermic, we can say. Why we are saying exothermic is nothing but here, due to the small size and strong bond formed with other elements. Okay, it forms only one oxyacids. Fluorine will forms only one oxyacids than other halogens. Remaining halogens, what will happen? They will form different types of number of oxyacids it can form. So hydrogen fluoride only it can form. So hydrogen fluoride is a liquid, we can say. HF2 is a liquid. HF is a liquid. So why? Because it is having boiling point nearly 293 Kelvin due to strong hydrogen bonding. Other halogen halides are gases, we can say HCl, HBr, HI, these all will come under the gases. So now let us discuss about the first property, reaction with hydrogen. Okay, what is first property? Reaction with hydrogen. So coming to here, reaction with hydrogen means here, so generally the halogens with H2 decreases from F2 and I2. So what will happen? The reactivity of halogens with H2 decreases from F2 to I2, we can say. So here F2 react even in dark with hydrogen. So and also the reaction of Cl2 with H2 is a slow in dark but fast in sunlight. So what will happen? F2 can react only in dark condition, means only in closed room, closed hydrogen. Coming to Cl2, it is very slow in dark but fast in sunlight. Coming to Br2, react with it H2 at 593 Kelvin, I2 react with H2 at 713 Kelvin in presence of platinum catalyst. So this reaction is reversible coming to iodine. So what will happen? F2, how it will be react? F2 react with H2 in dark, and coming to Cl2 react with H2 in sunlight, we can say. And coming to Br2 react with H2 in at 593 Kelvin, and coming to I2 react with H2 at 713 Kelvin in presence of platinum catalyst, so which is a reversible reaction, we can say. iodine. Whenever this reaction is happening, there will be a reversible reaction. Means what? I2 plus H2 at 5, 7, 13 Kelvin in the presence of platinum catalyst, we are getting 2HA, which will be a reversible reaction. Okay, so this is the reaction generally going to happen. So, and also it is having stability order, boiling point order, acidic strength, reducing property order. Okay. Sorry for the disturbance. And the order of stability towards hydrogen. See here. The order of stability will be HF greater than, HCl greater than, HBr greater than, HL. And the order of boiling point will be here same, HF, HI, HBr, then HCl. Okay. And also order of acidic strength and reducing property, you will be getting here HF, HCl, HBr and HA. So this is the acidic strength and reducing property order. So now this is about towards hydrogen, reaction with towards hydrogen. Now let us discuss about reaction with metals. What is next property? Reaction with metals. So here all halogens react with metals to form metal halides, we can say. What will happen? All halogens react with metals to form metal halides. Okay, so F2 react with noble metals like Au, Pt. Okay, so generally metal halides means we can say the general formula is Mf. M is nothing but here what? Mx we can say. So M is nothing but here metal, coming to X is nothing but halogens. Okay, so it is forming like this. And coming to here, F2 react even with noble metals like F2 react even with noble metals like Au, Pt. Okay, so this is nothing but here it will be forming generally. So if you have been taken some reactions, that is Mg plus Br2, this is a metal. So when you react with, you will be getting Br2, Mg, Br2 you are getting. So this is magnesium bromide we are getting. And also ionic character of halide decreases here, decreases in the order. The ionic character of the halides decreases in the order that is MF, MCl, MBr and Mi. So where Me is metal, here monovalent metal we can say. So if metal exhibit more than one oxidation state, okay, so if metal exhibit more than one oxidation state, the halides in higher oxidation state will be more covalent than one in lower oxidation state. Means what? For example, SnCl4. What I have said for you this point, if a metal exhibit more than one oxidation state, the halides in higher oxidation state will be more covalent than one in lower oxidation state. Means what here? If a metal is going to exhibit one oxidation state, more than one oxidation state, if suppose the halides is having higher oxidation state, that will be covalent then compared to the lower oxidation state. For example, if we are taking here SnCl4, PbCl4, SbCl5 and UF6. Okay, so if you take these halogens, if suppose this will be 4x plus this is a 1 is equals to 0. So means what will happen? X is equals to minus 1 by 4. You are getting like this. So or else if you want for this oxidation state, x plus 4 into minus 1 is equals to 0, x is equals to plus 5 will be the oxidation state for this. So okay, like this. So means what? It is more covalent. These are more covalent we can say. Why? Because this exhibiting oxidation state is more here if you have seen. So these are more covalent than SnCl2, PbCl2, SbCl3 and UF4 respectively. So means what here? If you have observed here, what I have told you, metal exhibit more than one oxidation state, the halides in higher oxidation state will be more covalent than one in lower oxidation state. So which is having, these all are metals we can say. So these all having high oxidation state, these metals. So it is more covalent when we compare to these compounds. Why? Because this is having oxidation state very less. So that is the meaning of that. So next let us see about reaction with oxygen. So this is about reaction with metals. Now let us discuss about reaction with oxygen. So reaction with oxygen means what here? Here halogen will form many oxides with oxygen, but most of them are unstable. So means what here? Halogens form many oxides with oxygen. So means what? It forms oxides, but what will happen? But most of them are what we can say? Unstable we can say. But most of them are unstable we can say. Okay, coming to here, fluorine. F2 will form two oxides. F2 will form two oxides, that is O2F2 and OF2. Okay, so this OF2 is stable at 298 Kelvin we can say. So remaining these oxides are generally oxygen fluorides because of their high electronegativity of fluorine than oxygen. Okay, so what we can say, these oxides we can say oxygen fluoride because of the high electronegativity of fluorine than oxygen. So it is having more electronegativity nature than compared to the oxygen. So both F2, so these both are strong fluorinating agents we can say. Strong fluorinating agents. Okay, and coming to here, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Coming to chlorine, bromine, iodine. So these form oxides in the oxidation states of oxides in the oxidation state of halogens range from +1 to +7. So this one will form, as it is giving -1 oxidation state, coming to this one +1 to +7. In this oxidation state only these will be going to form the oxides. Coming to here, the chloride oxides will be, what will be the chloride oxides? The chlorine oxides will be, what will be the chlorine oxides here? The chlorine oxides is Cl2O, ClO2, Cl2O6 and Cl2O7. So these are highly reactive oxidizing agent and also it will explode we can say. Okay, coming to Cl2O here, this is a bleaching agent for paper, pulp and textiles. So what we can say, chlorine oxides, like, so this is a bleaching powder, bleaching agent for paper, pulp and textiles we can say. And coming to here, bromine oxides we can say, the bromine oxides will be, so what are the bromine oxides we are having? So the bromine oxides is Br2O, BrO2, BrO3. So these are least stable halogen oxides we can see. It exists only at low temperature. So these are very powerful oxidizing agents also we can say. Very powerful oxidizing agents. Whenever we are adding these type of compounds, as we indicates that what is this, the oxidation process is going. Oxidation is nothing but what here, addition of oxygen and also removal of hydrogen. And coming to iodine oxidation, iodine oxides we are going to have here I2O4, I2O5, I2O7. So these are, we can say here, these are insoluble solids and decompose on heating we can say. These are very insoluble solids and which one decompose on heating. And coming to I2O5, so I2O5 is a good oxidizing agent we can say, good oxidizing agent and used for estimation of carbon monoxide we can say. Estimation of carbon monoxide. Okay, so this is about reaction with oxygen. So what is the reaction with oxygen? Fluorine will give only two oxide, that is O2F2, OF2, Cl2Br2 will be, I2 will be forming under the range from +1 to +7, and the chlorine oxides will form Cl2O, ClO2, Cl2O6, Cl2O7, Cl2O which is used for bleaching agent for paper, pulp and textiles. Bromine oxides Br2O, BrO2, BrO3. These are very powerful oxidizing agents. Iodine oxides will form I2O4, I2O5, I2O7. These are insoluble solids we can say. which is a good oxidizing agent and used for estimation of carbon monoxide. And the next property is reaction of halogen towards other halogen. So means what? Here we can say reaction halogens combine themselves to form a number of compounds known as inert halogen compounds. So what is this meaning? Reaction of halogen towards other halogens is nothing but here halogens combine among themselves to form a number of compounds which is known as interhalogen compounds. Means what here? Means we are not adding any extra element to this. So we are combining two halogens. That's why we call it as interhalogens. Okay. So we are having type of here XX-, XX-3, XX-5 and XX-7. So means what? These all are halogens. XX is non-bar. So for this example, if you have been taken CLF, okay, and coming to here CLF3, BRF3, so these will be the examples. Coming to here BRF5, BRCL5, so these will be the examples. Coming to here IF7. So like this means if you have said we are taking only halogens, so where X indicates what? Here larger size halogen, and X dash indicates what? Here smaller size halogen. Okay, if you have been taken, this will be having very large size, this will be having very small size. So this is nothing but about chemical properties of the halogens. Tomorrow let us discuss, in the next class we can discuss about chlorine preparation properties and uses. Thank you.